Hey, welcome back to Open. Our last guest is a musical artist who's known for his lyrical flow and distinct sound, partly inspired by and from his Ghanaian and Haitian roots. The Brooklyn native who now shares his home in Baltimore uses his experiences to create his unique sound as a producer as well. He's an alum of the great Baltimore School of the Arts, and his musical influences include the Big L, J. Cole, and Kanye West. Here now to discuss his musical career and upcoming projects, please welcome Kudo NYC.
Hello.
I'm like, hello.
How you doing?
Kudo NYC. Why Kudo NYC?
That's just the name I've been going with like since high school. I had a lot of names growing up. Started as a DJ Queek for a while, and then I wanted to change it. I was like, it just doesn't sound right. So Kudo just became out of nowhere.
Yeah, Kudo, but where's the NYC? It's like you just marking that you're originally from NYC. Yeah. Kudo Brooklyn when it sounds.
Yeah, too many syllables.
Yeah. So here's the thing, my man, right? I'm really feeling your vibe. And just the title of the piece that you're going to be performing for us speaks volumes about where your mind is. So let's talk a little bit about self-destruction, even though you're going to perform it for us later.
Yeah.
I just feel that it loans itself to the way your mind is set in just evolving and revolutionizing the way the next generation thinks. Yeah.
Self-destruction. It comes from a conglomerate of feelings, and it comes from also my transition from New York to Baltimore. Growing up, both my parents are conscious as well. We grew up with Haitian Ghanaian roots, grew up in the culture, and I've always grew up with a strong foundation, which is the community. We always aimed for positivity in the community. We always aimed for less violence in the community. So I've just been nurtured that way. So my transition from New York to Baltimore was mainly because my father's always lived in Baltimore, and he had interest in me going to Baltimore School for the Arts, so then I just moved over there.
Right.
But when I got there, I remember I took public transportation for the first time down there. I was on the bus, and I just saw the condition of my people. Like, people walked on, and I just saw you hear it in some of the lyrics. It's like we're just in a place where we're not conscious of the hidden oppression. I like to call it hidden oppression.
It is hidden oppression because we're hurting each other.
Right. Exactly.
We're hurting each other. We're doing exactly what they put out.
Yeah, right. And it's like we're hurting each other, and there's already this system that's designed to hurt us.
Right.
So that's what mainly.
Well, it's designed to hurt us, and then in addition to hurting us, to teach us how to hurt each other,
exactly.
so that we continue oppressing ourselves.
Exactly. And
right.
It's been in plain. It's still active. We're still in a lot of my bars. I say we're still slaves. That's the metaphor I use. It's not really figurative though. So self-destruction is mainly about that. It's mainly about the strength of our people, and I want to enlighten us so we can have a change of mind, so we can stop all the violence, but also don't just stop it because everyone's saying it. Everyone's saying it to the point where even Black Lives Matter, that became a cliche to some people. It wasn't cool anymore. It's it shouldn't be a trend. The fact that it was a trend shows that we weren't really taking it in. It was just stop the violence. That's for a lot of people it was like that.
Right, it was on a superficial level. It was kind of something to be a part of, whereas there's the importance of really processing it and understanding its roots and what it actually signifies.
The Baltimore crime rate is ridiculous.
Is it?
It's ridiculous.
Ouch.
I was born in Brooklyn,
right.
Moved to Long Island, so when I was real young, I was always going back and forth, Brooklyn, Long Island. My mom was actually doing Stomp, so she was in Manhattan. So I had a suburban life. An aspect of my life was really suburban. So the move to Baltimore, I was I was in, everywhere is the hood. I mean, there's a good place everywhere, but Baltimore has really been the experience over there. I really noticed how serious it was even more. So I felt like that became a part of my purpose as an artist, to create a platform where I can speak to these people directly, and I'm not strictly conscious, I'm still an artist, I still want to be fluid.
Right, you're still an artist, right? You're going to play with the different genres and so forth, but I'm assuming that's what also inspired you to become a producer, right? Because when you're a producer, you kind of self-employ.
Right, exactly.
Right, you're not limited to somebody else deciding when you're going to go on. And of course, there's the creative process. So there's the performing, the creative, the performing, and then the execution, which is the production side.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, you wear all those hats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I also want to, I got to say about Baltimore. Baltimore is also, it's a lovely place. The love there is strong. I think the love there I think it correlates to like the crime rate and all the bad stuff that goes on over there. So like the love is extremely strong. There's so much hidden talent. It's like Baltimore is overlooked.
Before we go, let's talk about your upcoming projects.
Well, upcoming projects. I have this whole thing called Black Nomads. It's basically a vision that I have is I want to bring, like I said, Baltimore has a lot of hidden talent, and a lot of people are struggling. They don't have a studio. They don't have, they want to speak, but they don't have the voice, right?
Got it.
I'm trying to get this property in Baltimore where it's just going to be a studio. It's going to be like a safe haven for all those artists. Like I'm glad I was able to bring my name up in Baltimore. I'm knowing a lot of artists, meeting a lot of artists, meeting a lot of people who are just like literally like busking every day because that's all they know how to do. Like that's all they can, the drive is so strong. Like it's ridiculous. So
it's all good. It's all good. You know what? I am so feeling you. Give me your hand. No, you know why? Because you not only are you doing it for yourself, now you're doing it for an entire community, and that's what it's all about. And we're gonna get a taste of what inspired you to do this to begin with, right?
Right.
All right. So thank you so much for sharing all that. Yeah, you guys. We have to take a quick break, but when we return, Kudo NYC, he's gonna perform for us. So you certainly don't want to go anywhere.